Hey Stellar Guitarists, it's Amber here, and today I'm going to be teaching you a highly requested song, Against the Wind by Seger. This is such a fun, beginner-friendly song to learn, so make sure you have your guitar ready and let's dive into the lesson today. If you have been a fan of mine over here on YouTube, it might be time for you to go and check out one of my guitar courses. I have a beginner guitar program perfect for you if you are starting out and you are looking for a structured roadmap to take you through learning the basics so that you can become a stellar guitarist and play all your favorite songs with confidence. I also have an intermediate guitar program. This is perfect for you if you are looking for a way to level up your guitar playing skills. Now the link is below this video, so go check it out. I hope to welcome you into one of my courses. They are so much fun to be part of, so I really hope to see you inside one of the programs. Right, let's get back into the lesson today. To start off with the song, it's really straightforward. You're going to need to have your guitar in standard tuning, and we are not going to need a capo for this lesson. Most of the chords we need are open chords, so we have a G major chord, we have a C major chord, next we have E minor, we have D major, we also have A minor, and the final chord is a B minor chord. Now traditionally this would be played as a bar chord, so you're more than welcome to play the B minor as a bar chord. However, if you're just starting out, then I would advise playing this as an open chord. Now the easy version would be to put your first finger in the second fret on the high E string, then our second finger into the third fret on our B string, and our third finger into the fourth fret on our G string. And we're just going to be strumming those three strings. Now this doesn't have the full sound that a B minor chord would have, but it will definitely do the trick and it will get you to being able to play the song. So now that you have the chords under your fingers, let's take a look at the strumming pattern that we're going to be using for the majority of the song. And it is our favorite pattern that so many beginners already know how to play: down, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, up, down, up. And we can count this 1, 2, and 4, and. So take a minute now to practice that on muted strings before we jump into learning the intro of the song. So the intro of the song is really straightforward. As you can tell from the chords up on the screen, we have 4 bars of the G major chord. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing the strumming pattern down, down, up, down, up, once through for each chord that you see up on the screen. So we'll be playing the strumming pattern for 4 rounds. So the intro is going to sound something like this. Down, down, up, down, up, repeats. Another round, and one more time. And that is how you play the intro. Next up we have the verse of the song, and we have a few more chords here that we're going to need to learn. We have 2 rounds of the G major chord. We have 2 rounds of the B minor chord. We then have C to G to D to C. And each one of those chords is going to get 1 round of the strumming pattern. So this is what the first half of the verse is going to sound like. Starting on the G major. And down, down, up, down, up, repeats. Switch to B minor. Repeats. Then we're going to go to C and to the G chord, to the D chord, and to the C. And this is going to lead us really nicely into the second half of the verse, which is very similar to the first half, except the last few chords are going to be a little bit different. So it starts off the same. We have 2 rounds on that G major chord, changing to that B minor for 2 rounds. We're then going to go to C, to G, back to C major, and then we're going to finish off with 2 rounds of the strumming pattern on the D major. So let's put that second half of the verse together, starting on the G. 1, 2, 3, go. Down, down, up, down, up, repeats. Switch, B minor, repeats. We're going to change to the C chord and to the G. Back to C and D. Repeat the D. So let's play through the entire verse now, starting from the very beginning. And we're going to be adding a little bit of singing for context. So taking it from the G, 1, 2, here we go, and G. Seems like G again, B minor, but it was B minor again. The C chord was lovely, she was the G of the night. Then the D in the darkness with the C playing low, and the G, the secrets that the G chord, B minor, the mountains that we B minor again, change to C, like a wildfire, G out of control, till there was C chord and D chord again. Hey you guys, a quick reminder, if you are enjoying my lessons here on YouTube, don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. You can also put your notifications button on, and this way YouTube will notify you every time I release a new lesson. Your support really means so much to me, so thank you very much. Right, let's get back into the lesson today. So the next section that we're going to be tackling today is the pre-chorus, and you can follow along with the chords up on the screen. We're going to have an E minor to a D major to a G major. We then have E minor again to C major to G major. Then we have E minor again to D major to C major. And then the last 2 chords, we have a C changing to a D major. Now you'll notice that we have some chords between brackets, and all this means is that those 2 chords are going to share the 4 counts. So E minor is going to get the first 2 beats, and then the D major will get the second 2 beats, and so on and so forth. So what this means is we're going to need to add a different strumming pattern. So the strumming pattern we're going to be using for the chords between brackets is going to sound like this. Down, down, up for the first chord, and then down, down, up for the second chord. And we count that 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So the E minor to D in the first bracket will sound like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up. And then we go to the G major, and it gets the same pattern we learned in the first half of the lesson. Down, down, up, down, up. We then have E minor to C, so we're going to have our down, down, up, switch to C, down, down, up, and to G for down, down, up, down, up. The same thing is going to apply to the next 3 chords. E minor to D, we're going to be using down, down, up, down, down, up. C will get the normal strumming pattern, down, down, up, down, up. And then the last 2 chords, C to D, will also get the original strumming pattern we learned at the beginning of the lesson. Down, down, up, down, up, switch. So if we put the entire pre-chorus together, it's going to sound something like this. Starting on the E minor, 1, 2, ready, go. Back to E minor, down, down, up, C, and G. E minor, D, and C. Stay on the C, down, down, up, down, up, D chord. And we can add a little bit of singing there for context, starting on that E minor chord. 1, 2, 3, and I E minor, the D chord set to G, she E minor and C chord to the G, I E minor, how she D chord, C again, and what the D chord knows then. And this is going to lead us really nicely into the next section, which is our chorus. The final section that we're going to be looking at today is the chorus, and we're going to be using a combination of the two strumming patterns that we have already been learning in the song. So the chords are up on the screen. We're going to have 4 counts on a G. We then change to a B minor chord, C for 4 counts, and G for 4 counts. We then have chords that are between the brackets, so we know we're going to be using the pattern down, down, up, down, down, up for those 2 chords. So we have the C to the B minor, 2 counts each, A minor to C, also 2 counts each, and then we're going to end with 4 rounds of the G major chord. So the chorus is going to sound like this if I put the whole thing together for you, starting on the G major. Down, down, up, down, up, B minor, switch to the C, to the G. Now we're going to have a different strumming pattern. And 4 rounds on the G chord. 2, 3, and 4. So if I put it all together for you from the very start of the chorus, it's going to sound something like this. Starting on the G major, a 1, 2, here we go, and G. Against the B minor, switch to C. We were running against the G chord. We were C and B minor, A minor, and C, the G. G again. And last time. So those are the main sections of Against the Wind. All that's left to do now is a playthrough of the main sections that we've just learned today. So make sure you have your guitar ready and join me for a play along coming up next. Let's take it from the start. A 1, 2, 3, 4. It seems like yesterday, but it was long ago. Jamie was lovely, she was the queen of my nights. There in the darkness with the radio playing low lights. The secrets that we shared, the mountains that we moved, caught like a wildfire out of control, till there was nothing left to burn and nothing left to prove. And I remember what she said to me, how she swore that it never would end. I remember how she held me oh so tight. Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the winds, we were running against the winds. We were young and strong, we were running against the wind. And the years rolled slowly past, and I found myself alone, surrounded by strangers I thought were my friends. Found myself further and further from my home. I guess I lost my way. There are oh so many roads. I was living to run and running to live, never worrying about paying or even how much I owed. Moving 8 miles a minute for months at a time, breaking all of the rules that would bend. I begin to find myself searching for shelter Thank you so much for learning with me today. I really hope you enjoyed the lesson. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. And if you like this lesson, then I know you're going to love the lesson that YouTube is suggesting to you right now on the screen. So go check it out. And until next time, I'll see you in the next lesson. Have a really wonderful day. Bye.